Hello, and thanks for joining me for the latest in my series on what you need to know before you make an offer on a new home. Well, the one question you are bound to ask yourself is whether the asking price is realistic. Are you looking at a bargain, or is the seller being overambitious? It's not always easy to determine the true value of a house, and the old adage is absolutely true. Ultimately, property is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it at the time. But if you overpay, there's a risk you won't get your money back when you come to sell, particularly if the whole market takes a dip. There are no rules or regulations about how much a seller can charge. Agents will often guide owners on what they feel is realistic and achievable in the market at the time, but ultimately, they will market their property for what the seller demands. Good, solid research is one of the most important tools you can have. It will allow you to assess for yourself if the asking price is reasonable, and if it's not, then it will allow you and enable you to make an offer with confidence, knowing that you can justify the price with facts to back it up. That is really powerful negotiation. And this is where my Move IQ property report is super helpful, because it gathers together all of the key information in one place. The property value section shows you what the current owner paid for the property and when, and then you can consider this against what house prices have done in that time or what improvements they've made whilst they've been there. You'll be able to see that in the planning section of the report. You'll also be able to see what nearby properties are for sale and for how much, what's under offer, and what other homes have recently sold for. This is especially useful as it tells you what buyers have actually paid, rather than what the sellers were asking. The two can be quite different, of course. This information is invaluable if the house is being marketed as offers over a certain price, or if the house is going to go to a sealed bid. Of course, the information in the property report is just a guide, but as I've said, property prices are more of an art than a science. The data involved in the report will certainly help you reach a more informed, balanced opinion. The report will also give you information that you can use to haggle if there is room for negotiation. Things like planning, that we looked at in more detail in the previous episode, or the energy rating, which gives you an idea of how much you'd have to spend to improve the running costs. Perhaps the property has low broadband speeds, or you discover that crime in the area has shot up. All this information is brought together in the Move IQ property report, and it will absolutely help you to clarify what is a fair price to pay, and then give you the tools to negotiate with confidence. Even if your offer is considerably lower than the asking price, it's likely to be taken more seriously if and when you back it up with the facts that led you to that figure. It might even help you decide whether you'd be willing to offer over the asking price if you get into a bidding war. It's the information you need at the time you need it most, and that is what is key about the report. We've added links in the notes that accompany this episode for you to access a report, or just head over to moveiq.co.uk and you'll find it on our homepage. There are examples on there. Please do follow us. It's filled with property know-how.